first action.
Hello everyone, welcome to Taking the First Action, the only show that brings you close to reality. I'm your presenter Teddy. Today we take a look at one of the most exciting aspects of health, and that's none other than skin and body care. In this regard, we want to focus on the cosmetics you use, how you use them, and why you use them. It's true that every one of us wants to look good and feel good, but at what cost do we do this? Take a look at this. 60% of what is put on your skin is absorbed into your main bloodstream. An average woman applies 515 chemicals to her face a day. Parabens, which are preservatives found in skin and body care products, have been linked to incidences of breast cancer and estrogen disruption in women. Skin and body care is part and parcel of everyone's life, regardless of age, sex, social status, and color. It takes all forms one can ever imagine and involves the use of different body care products. The difference is the way it is done varies from person to person. But what exactly is involved in this?
Skin and body care, well, from the little knowledge I know, my mom is a beautician. She owns a place at Kabalagala called AFK Beauty Clinic. She always tells me to use products, for example, very quickly, I use L'Oreal products. I have to always, every day, I tone, I cleanse, and I tone 3 times a day. I cleanse once a day at night, and I always have to moisturize with the eye cream and the facial and the face and neck cream, which I use, and the day and night cream. There are different creams to use in the day and the night. I've been doing this for years, and they've worked perfectly. So taking care of your body, you have to keep nourishing your skin.
As a man, basically it would mean taking good care of yourself, using the right lotions, perfumes, and many other things.
Caring for the body and the skin entails many things. There is hair as a component. For example, women relax their hair. Others don't relax it, but they take care of it. For example, natural hair, by washing it and treating it for it to be clean and to be manageable. And then when it comes to skin, people have problems with their skins. So those problems have to be treated. So we have products that we use on skin to help women solve some of the skin problems that they have. So it is a whole component of taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair, because at the end of the day, you don't have to take care of one. You have to look good at the end of the day. Your skin has to look good, your hair has to look good, your nails have to look good.
Every day, we use a combination of soaps, shampoos, lotions, lipsticks, which are never chemical-free, but women add more to the chemical exposure by using makeup, hair, and nail treatments. This is due to women's uncontrollable desire for sophisticated looks, beauty, and elegancy. But they have all the reasons as to why they make up.
I would make up to first and foremost look good, in a sense that I flatter all my strong features on my face and just shine out the woman that I'm supposed to shine. Yeah.
Me, basically, I make up to enhance my beauty. Yeah, because like on a hot day, I can sweat and I need to freshen up my face.
Makeup brings out the real you sometimes, just like moisturizing, body scrub smoothens your skin, lip shine, lip gloss prevents cracking of the lips, eyeliner must like Wanja. Wanja has something in the eye that cleanses your eye to some extent.
It is not a women's game only. Some men equally love the idea, as told by Cobb, a beauty consultant. What would be your comment on making up these days? Do you see them using more of cosmetics like women?
Yes, I would say the man of today has evolved and moved with the trends. You have men coming in for foundations and light powders, the translucent light powders, unlike the women's, and they get a more matte finish because men have oily skin and they always have that problem. They want to keep shine control, shine control of their faces, and we also encourage them to use face washes and shine control creams that are on the market, which would combat that shine. And yes, they do use makeup these days.
Does it mean we are getting more metrosexuals than before?
Well, I would think so.
However, knowing your skin type would be a necessary step before applying any form of skincare product.
Why everybody needs a skin test is basically to know their skin type. So many times people use products out there in the market just because their girlfriends use them, their people around them use them, their colleagues use them. So they just want to fit in. But at the end of the day, the products will not work for them. So what they basically need to know is to know their skin type, and depending on whatever skin type they have, get the right products. Because you find that when you use the wrong products for your face, you damage it even more. At the end of the day, you'll find that it is aging out, it's wrinkling, it's dull and stressed, it gets tired, and it gets very lifeless. So to maintain a beautiful skin, it always starts with testing what kind of skin someone has, and then we go to the right products of usage.
Unfortunately, many of the skincare products that are used as cosmetics are actually drugs that need to be used under prescription, as told by the National Drug Authority officer.
Out there, they are the so-called cosmetics. In fact, they are drugs disguised as cosmetics. For example, those creams or ointments containing what we call steroids are in fact drugs. And between me and you, we know that out there, some of these cosmetics like Diproson, hot Movets, and sometimes the Skin Success have got steroids, and those are really drugs.
Does National Drug Authority have the mandate to regulate these cosmetics?
National Drug Authority at the moment does not have the mandate, but we are seeking the mandate by amending the law. But having said that, any cosmetic, any that is which has an active ingredient disguised as a drug, we have the mandate over that because it is a drug.
The importation and manufacture of cosmetics is incredibly huge in the country, as shown by the mushrooming body care shops. But are Ugandans getting quality or quantity?
The business of cosmetics is quite huge, and we classify them as sensitive products. We have got a big number of companies that are locally manufacturing. We've also got a big influx of imported cosmetics. Whether Ugandans are getting value for money or quality, I think I should say to a great extent, because most of the locally manufactured cosmetics are certified by UNBS, which means that they meet requirements of the various standards, as we'll see later. When you come to imported products, that's where the challenge is, because apart from the major importers who go through the official routes, we have got some who go through the unofficial routes, and those are a very big challenge for the regulators. Some cosmetics definitely pass off as cosmetics, whereas they are drugs. So you'll find that in some instances, Ugandans are not really getting the right quality.
To the importers, quality is fitness of purpose.
All right, there are a few different things that we take into consideration. One of those would be specifically products that work for this area. It is relatively recently that we've come into East Africa as a whole, And obviously, as a European cosmetics company, that means that we have to select products that would work for a more predominantly dark-skinned clientele. Obviously, there are brown skin and there are white people here as well, but obviously the proportions are different. So we have to take that into consideration. We also have to take into consideration things like humidity. Kampala tends to be a little more humid than other places. And so obviously there are certain types of makeup or certain types of skincare products that wouldn't work as well or would work better, and we have to make those choices as well when importing. We don't have to worry so much about thinking of what we're bringing in terms of quality, because all of our products that we import directly from Sweden into Uganda have to match the stringent criteria of Europe and of Sweden. They have to pass the quality standards that are there as part of our company, as part of Swedish regulations. And then of course, obviously they have to satisfy the Uganda Bureau standards too in terms of quality.
All said and done, women are still the most at-risk population when it comes to adverse effects resulting from the use of skincare products. But the question is, what do they look out for when buying these products?
I always consider products that are not too strong, you know, that are not too powerful, like too strong. For example, my mom just says, just use the ABCD, trust me, it's perfect for your skin. So that's what I look for always. She recommended L'Oreal and it's worked perfectly for me for years.
Well, one thing you have to do first, before you even consider a product for your skin, if you go to a beauty parlor and they don't have the machines to taste your skin, because everyone has a different type of skin. There are those who have dry skin, there are those who have normal skin, there are those who have oily skin. Your skin has to be tasted.
I consider what kind of skin I have. Me, I have an oily skin, so when I'm buying a cosmetic, I will consider something that will prevent my skin from being oily. I consider my skin texture, and what I consider first, I consider the ingredients. Some makeups have a lightening impact, so I consider a cosmetic that does not have a lightening impact. For the nails, I consider the kind of varnish. Some varnish is not good for dark people, some varnish is for light people.
However, more may be desired to look out for, like dates of manufacture and expiry, and not forgetting the ingredients, considering the health implications, especially where some of the commonly used products like soaps, lip dressings, Cutex and skin lightening creams may have harmful chemicals. In this National Drug Authority lab, where it all happens in regard to testing products for authenticity before putting them on the market, the chemists shed light on how dangerous and harmful chemicals like mercury and taurine, which are found in common products like lipstick and nail polish, can be.
Okay, so you were asking about?
Taurine and its impact on the health of people, because it seems it's more into the cosmetics that people use, that women use, for example, the nail polish and the Cutex remover.
Yeah.
So how does it affect people's health?
I think people, of course, the users, they like to use taurine as one of the solvents. It's a very effective organic solvent.
Okay.
It removes, it has the property of dissolving all insolubles, especially the body tissues and the dirt. But then, because taurine is a very toxic organic compound, when it is dissolving the dirt or cleaning the fingernails, it actually has the capacity to penetrate into the body tissues.
Okay.
So, and once it enters the body, it joins the blood system, blood stream, and finally finds its way into the heart.
Yes.
So you have problems of having heart failures.
Yes.
It goes into the brain. You have problems of people having diseases like brain cancer. you have it affects the skin. These are the problems you are seeing these days, where the occurrences of these diseases are much more. You see, you visit the Cancer Institute these days, the cases are much more than we used to hear long ago. But the idea that the taurine and these other natural compounds should be heavily regulated, not to be used in the sector of cosmetics, because they are better options these days.
Even at low exposure, a daily dose of different chemicals in cosmetics can add up over a lifetime. And one of the probable dangers may be kidney malfunction, as explained by Dr. Kalyesubula Robert, a nephrologist at Mulago Hospital.
So there are some products that can be detrimental to the kidney. The challenge is that those products usually come in small doses. And as we don't have a habit of doing annual screens when we are doing well, by the time most people come, it is late. But taurine in itself, when you speak of taurine, it can cause acute kidney problems if it is taken in large amounts. And sometimes you don't have the capacity to detect the test, because you need things like blood gases, which we are not yet doing, for instance, at Mulago. So some of those diagnoses go and they are missed. And then those are some of the patients we have with chronic kidney disease, and we don't know what caused it. So the best way for such things would be to prevent by educating the ladies on what they are using. Some people use a lot of Vaseline that contains prednisolone and steroids that can cause a lot of problems like high blood pressure, increase the risk of diabetes, okay, which will ultimately end up causing kidney disease. So we need to educate these people about such issues.
Studies performed in the EU and US have linked parabens, which are chemical preservatives used in many skin and body care products, to incidences of breast cancer and estrogen disruption in women. There is a cause to worry, but what is the implication of this in terms of regulation on the booming body care industry?
Well, I should say that according to the Uganda standards, we have one on labeling, we have one on restricted compounds, we have one on prohibited ingredients within the cosmetics. Now, these products, they must go through a UNBS inspection as they are coming into the country. And if we find any of these prohibited ingredients, we do not allow these products to come into the country.
And are there any government safety standards and quality assurance measures that have been put in place as far as skin and body care products are concerned?
We've formed a joint committee with the Uganda Revenue Authority, the National Drug Authority, UNBS, and other agencies, whereby we control some of these products by sharing information. If somebody says, you don't have the mandate, then we alert our colleagues in the other sector, and they can be able, and it is working out very well. But generally we have some standards to control those which are not drugs, and the control has been working.
By law, companies are required to post directional and warning labels on skin and body care products before they are put on the market. However, this may not be the case, especially where smuggled products are concerned. What is the way forward to ensure that the public is protected?
It goes up to our people, the leaders, who control the substances that come in Uganda and who control what is produced in Uganda. For the real person, the local person, I think it would be for them to read what the products contain. But I'm sure even if you read, you are very educated, so you can know this taurine is bad, unless we sensitize the masses and tell them which chemicals are bad. But ultimately, it has to come from the National Drug Authority if they are approving those products, and then other authorities that control the products that come. Because people will not be, the majority of our people can't read. So for you who are educated, you should be able to read on the packets and ask questions. For those who can't, we should protect them from the high authorities that regularize the production of these products.
However, authorities think it's more to personal responsibility.
Cosmetics are very, very critical to our life and health. Actually, apart from food, I should say they are number 2, because each one of us goes to the bathroom, takes a shower, after which you put something on your body. All of us brush our teeth in one way or another. So cosmetics are something that we use almost on a daily basis. But some of these contain very, very harmful ingredients, and they must only be used on advice of a health practitioner. Unfortunately, a lot of these groups, particularly our ladies, they use these cosmetics indiscriminately, and they have adverse health effects. Things like mercury can cause cancers, can cause mutations in the body. They are very, very dangerous. So I'm calling upon our population, particularly the women, much as they want to beautify their skin, they should be very careful about these products, and they have long-time life effects which are not reversible. So you will use it, you look beautiful at one stage, but the effects will be irreversible and will be very dangerous. So they should be careful when they're using these cosmetics. They should take time to read. A consumer has responsibility, whereas UNBS and other agencies are there to try and protect them. But they should also look, is this product expired? Is it in its normal state? If it's not in its normal state, please don't spend your money to buy.
You've heard it and seen it all. It is important to appreciate that skin and body care products are a mixture of complex substances that can both replenish and blemish your skin. It is always important to take personal responsibility about the choice of products you use. You can always consult your skin specialist or a physician before using any product. It's been such a wonderful time sharing with you. Take personal responsibility over the choice of products you use and stay healthy. See you next time. Bye-bye.